Welcome back, of course. Now it's time to get into this particular segment where we'll speak to Bryan Kabugi, popularly known as the Real Boogie. Well, that's on Instagram. But yes, of course, we've seen him do a lot in terms of, you know, his entire career when it comes to acting, when it comes to content, when it comes to basically all things entertainment. He's been in the industry for almost, well, 11 years or so. Yeah. He'll tell us more. Let's get right into this conversation. Hello and welcome to the studio. I'm glad you're here. Happy Mashujaa Day to you.
Mashujaa Day to you too. Thank you for having me today.
Bryan, that voice. What? Say that again.
Happy Mashujaa Day to you too.
Have you heard? Happy Mashujaa Day to you, Shiksha. It's fine. I receive it. It is well taken. So, you know, Boogie, one thing that everybody admires about you is the fact that you are one of the most popular younger generation of actors. Of course, you know, we have the likes of Pascal Tokodi, the likes of Nick Mutuma, and then you've come in, and now everyone's talking about Boogie. Tell us, who is Bryan Kabugi?
Bryan Kabugi is a young actor.
Okay.
A young, very passionate actor. I've been doing this since I started acting as a child actor since I was 12 on Mashujaa. Then I kickstarted my career then up to now I'm still doing it, so it's been almost like, as you said, 11, 12 years.
Wow.
It's been the same show.
That's a long time.
Yeah, so I started Mashujaa, then did a feature film called Dream Child, then after Dream Child, went to Kina, then after Kina, did a couple of feature films here and there, Sleep, then currently I'm doing Salem on Maisha Magic and Showmax, and also working on a very exciting project that
I know of.
Yeah, that you know.
So he's been filming something so exciting, and every other day on his social media I've just been like keeping up with all his updates, because I'm like, this seems like, I don't know why I feel like this is going to be big.
No, it's a dream.
It's a dream,
come
right?
true for me, because I manifested being on such a platform. I've always, one of my favorite films all time as a Kenyan, when I was young, when I was starting my acting journey, one of the films that really changed my perspective as a young actor was Nairobi Half-Life, which was directed by Tosh Gitonga.
Yes.
Then a couple of years later,
here we are.
I'm starring in one of his
latest productions. And as the lead?
As the lead.
Ooh, yeah. High five, high five. That's it. That's what we want to hear. Boogie, you know, you said you started acting at the age of 12.
Yeah.
So as a young actor, when you were just getting in, like, did you even know that you wanted to be an actor? Because at 12, if you ask a 12-year-old right now, they'll be like, yeah, I want to be, you know, a pilot, I want to be a doctor, and then a year later they'll change. They'll be like, okay, no, now I want to be a policeman. And then a year later they're like, no, now I want to be an accountant, I want to be an engineer. So did you know from a very young age, because I mean 12 is pretty young on its own. So how young were you when you discovered this art and the scene that you wanted to really explore more? Yeah,
I think as every other kid, when I was a kid, I wanted to be
everything.
I wanted to be a pilot, a nurse, everything. But eventually, I think when I was around 9, 10, I did my first play in church, and I loved it. And yeah, I made people laugh. Then I realized, oh, this can be my thing. So even in class, I used to be very funny, goofy, imitating teachers and stuff, and guys used to love it. Then when I got the opportunity for Mashujaa as an extra and realized, and I got to interact with, at that time, guys who I was looking up to, Akina Malik, Akina Tailambaya, Akina Ianene, Almasi, Ba, and Govi. I realized that this is something that I can actually focus on as a career. So for me, it was when I realized that acting is what I want to do. I loved it. I loved acting. I loved making people laugh. I loved being in that zone and just being in a world that, you know, I'm in control of. It's like a delusion. It's like a play as a kid. But I loved it, and it was my safe space. And my mom noticed that, and she supported me in that. So,
that's amazing.
Yeah, for any kid, like kids, when you're a child, you're trying different things out. But when you're a child, when you notice that there's this one constant thing that your child is loving and is always trying, and nobody told me you can become an actor.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, so for any parent, when you have this one thing that this child is really, really, really they're always doing it. They're always talking about it. They're always just push.
Just the excitement,
just the
that
excitement.
comes with
just
it.
push it because you don't know what it can build to. Maybe it's not what they want to do, but it can open the door for them to discover what they want. So for me, that was acting. I was excited about it. My mom realized how excited I was about it. I pushed myself to get the auditions. I pushed myself to start from an extra as a kid to being given a supporting role to a main role. Eventually, when I was leaving Mashujaa, I was already a main role. So that excitement, I loved it. And I always wanted to be on set. I always wanted to go through my scripts. I always wanted to cram my lines, to understand my lines. I always wanted to perform. So my mom knew that, and she supported me all through.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's beautiful. Very well said that, as a parent, you need to encourage your child. If you see that there's something that they're really interested in and something that excites them, push them so that they can better that craft and, of course, pursue that skill in future. So that's amazing. Kudos to your mom. Yeah. Give her a shout out.
Mom is my everything. She knows.
Yeah?
She knows everything. My everything.
How
I dedicate
sweet.
Everything that I do to her. Because I'm like, I have to. Like, she risked a lot to support me, especially at that time. My mom is a teacher, so you can imagine other teachers are like, your kid wants to be an actor. Like, are you sure this is the right thing? This is the right path? So I have to, the risk she took with me, I have to, like, make it what.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Very, very, very nice to hear,
yeah.
The things that you've said about your mom. It's just so nice to see when parents actually encourage their children and push them to make their dreams come true. Bryan, tell me more about the fact that, you started off as an actor at 12 years old. You've been doing it until now. Did you at one point decide that, okay, I want to go and learn it officially? Did you go and get trained? Did you go and actually go for some courses, acting classes?
That's a very interesting question, because even sometimes nowadays when I'm on set and I'm having conversation with cousins, they're like, hey Boogie, have you done master classes? Have you done?
Yeah.
None. Nothing at all. I remember Malik, one of my very close colleagues, friends, and he's like a brother to me. He was Govi in Mashujaa, and Malik is still doing a lot of great things. And one thing Malik used to tell me was like, when we used to have conversations with actors and guys are like naming the best actors, their best movies, I had no clue, no idea. Me, I was just like, I'm just here to act and have fun. So I usually got this question of who's your inspiration, who do you look up to? But I was like, no one. It's like I had no idea of Denzel that time. I had no idea of, Brad Pitt. I had no idea of all these actors, but I just somehow, somewhere, I used to really perform nicely. So that's when I realized it's in me. So even up to date, it's more of I've never done any classes.
That's a gift then, because you've never done
any classes.
Any formal sort of training.
Yeah, a couple of years back is when I started being serious about master classes. I can count the number of master classes I've done.
Wow.
And it's important, but at the same time, it's for me to acknowledge that, this is a gift. But also, with that, I always say, the reason why I've been able to maintain my consistency and my discipline all through is because after realizing that, after a few years, I came to realize that you can have the gift, but there's
what do you do with
much.
it?
Yeah, what do you do with it? So right now, if I have a master class and Charles Oda has a master class, I'm going for that master class.
Yeah.
Before we do any projects, when we have cast, we're coming together and we're doing the read-throughs and we're having the master classes with directors, I take such sessions very seriously, because now I'm aware that, I can actually add on to the knowledge that I have and the gift that I have.
Right.
So I'm not very ignorant of, I'm talented or I'm gifted in this, and there's so much more for me to be able to compete with the likes of Michael Ward, the likes of Damson Idris, the likes of Michael Rainey, all those young actors in Hollywood who are making it big. I have to think in that level. So as much as it's a gift, right now I'm taking it very seriously, doing master classes, learning me as an actor, what more can I do apart from the talent that I have to make me more valuable as an actor? Do I need to learn multiple languages? Do I need to, do I need to understand how to break down a script, how the script is written, how all these aspects. So yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad that you mentioned that, because life on its own is always just a learning experience, right?
Yeah.
No matter how good you are, no matter where you've reached in your life, there's always something that somebody will do or you watch that you learn something from.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that, you know, you've never forgotten that, and of course you're sticking to the fact that regardless of this gift that you have and the talent that you have, you always want to better
There's so
yourself.
much more to learn, yeah.
And people say that, you know, if you have that quality within you to stay, it makes you remain grounded, and you never forget where you've come from. So well done.
Thank you.
I feel like you're so mature. How old are you again?
23.
Wow. 23 years old, and here
Yeah.
he is talking like a, I would say 30 plus. So it's amazing. I feel like when you start working at a very young age, it kind of makes you grow up so quick, because, you know, at 12 years old, I was eating dust somewhere in the corner. Do you know what I mean? And then here you are working hours on end on set. So I feel like you've grown up so quickly. You've matured so much faster than your colleagues and your peers. So when you hang out with people of your age, how do you feel?
Yeah, sometimes it's crazy weird, and I came to understand that after taking some time off and just looking at my journey and everything, because when we were kids, we were exposed to a lot.
Yes.
Also, we were working. When you're not on set, you're on set. When you're not in school, you're on set. And you're getting paid, and and you're always, and set is like work. Like you're there from morning to...
Of course.
So,
long hours.
Yeah, like, long hours.
It's
There's
insane.
so much. Yeah, we were exposed to so much when we were kids already, to life and about... So that's why even me, after high school, I knew for sure I had to do so much. I had to go back. Even after my teacher, I knew I had to go back and go for auditions, hustle, try and get these gigs and everything. So when I'm with my peers most of the times, there's always that vibe of Bugi amezeeka, you know, like maybe some of the things that
the discipline,
the
you know,
discipline,
when it comes
for me, of course, for me,
partying,
maybe we were partying,
Yeah.
and I really want to stay here,
But
for
you have
sure.
to go
I really want to
home.
be here. I really want to party with you guys, but
you have a shoot at 6 a.m.
I have a shoot at 6 a.m. Hey, okay, today's a public holiday. We were chilling with the guys during the day, afternoon, but guys, I have to leave you guys at 7. Why? I have to go home, change prep.
Yeah.
I have an interview at 6 at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
You know, my working days, the moment I'm partying the entire weekend, my Monday is messed up. Because I'm shooting Monday too, so I need my Sundays to plan for my week, to recover and just prep for my week. So on a Saturday, if you see me outside at 2 a.m., it's like... you know, it's very rare. Very extremely rare. And for my age, that's normal, because we're having fun. And trust me, I want to do that. And that comes to one of my pointers. And even right now, when I'm doing this high school tour, and even right now when I get to talk to my colleagues, my peers, and even guys who are looking up to me, and I'm sourcing inspiration from guys my age too, it's the sacrifice where I know something has to give. You know, I have to sacrifice this partying, I have to sacrifice this lifestyle, because if I go and have fun and party, I have all the reason. I'm young. I can live once, YOLO.
You can.
But on Monday, it's me and my career and my producer and my reputation in the industry. It's not about the YOLO of Saturday. So that discipline kind of, to my friends sometimes, it
doesn't make
rubs
sense.
off like...
They're just like...
But also it's
guys,
having the proper circle, because most of the people I have
people
around
understand
me,
you.
they totally understand that. You know, even some of them will be like, yo, bro, you're outside.
Yeah.
Are you shooting? You're shooting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's enjoy this, because it's also good for me, because when I was a kid, when I started this when I was a kid, it also helped me mature real quick. I also was in some sort of routine since I was a kid, because when I'm not in school, following a timetable, I'm on set following a call sheet and a schedule always. So even after high school, waking up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. to me, it's automatic.
Wow. What time do you usually wake up? What's your daily routine like?
Take
us through your daily
set. Yeah, when I'm on set, I wake up at like 4:30.
Okay.
Start prepping up. Brief when I'm not working.
Wait. Are you hearing this? 4:30 a.m. You see, when they say Bill Gates, you know, Steve Jobs, all these billionaires, they wake up at 4:30. If you want to be a billionaire, you have to wake up at 4:30. Boogie's on his way. Just remember that.
True. So I wake up at like 4:30, prep up, start prepping up for my day.
Yeah.
Do a little stretch, get my lines on, By 5:30, I'm dressed, I'm ready. I have my scenes for the day. Everything is set. 5:45, the van is outside my door.
Wow. 5:45.
Yeah, the driver is there. Yeah, 5:45 a.m. is there. Get to set latest at 6:30. Start my day. When I get to set, off the van to the wardrobe, change for the first scene, makeup, hair, go to the kitchen, get my breakfast, go to the director and the continuity, prep for the first scene, start shooting. All through, maybe I can get a break of like half an hour, like at 2 p.m. To have my lunch, then go back. Then we wrap at like 6 p.m. 6 p.m. wrap up, get to the van, get home at like 8 p.m. Shower, freshen up, eat something, look at my day, look at my social media, have a call with Anchi. She doesn't care whether I'm on set, whether I'm like, we need to. Yeah,
that's your manager.
Yeah, that's my manager, Anchi. Yeah, so have a call with that, look at my social media, now start work, like 1 hour to work on the Boogie brand, then now sleep, then repeat.
Wow.
So when I'm not on set, sometimes I'm like lenient, like I want to sleep kidogo, so I can wake up at like 6, 7. But on a once was day
4:30.
So when I'm over the weekend, Saturday and Sundays, I can like lala
chill
kidogo, 7 a.m., 8, wake up, and it's chilled. Make like a breakfast, chill, look at your IG.
I'm glad that you actually get to do that. At least, you know, Monday to Friday you're working, but Saturday, Sunday at least.
Yeah, you have
it's
to find
so
that balance.
important to get rest.
To do that.
Because burnout is something that we're all struggling with as creators, as actors, people who are in this entertainment space. I personally struggle with it. After every 3 weeks, I feel like I'm so overwhelmed. I just don't want to do anything. For 2 days, I need time off. And it's like, even if I don't want to take time off, but my body will force me. Because I'll just shut down, right?
Yeah, if you don't take time off.
You'll fall sick or something will happen. Your mental health will not be the same. So I'm so glad that you at least get to do that twice a week. And I feel like these days we just glorify overworking. Do you know, when someone works Monday to Sunday, it becomes like, oh wow, you're working so hard, that's amazing. And for somebody who actually takes 2 or 3 days off, you're just like, oh, you don't have anything today? Really? So we've normalized overworking, and we've not normalized rest.
Rest, especially in the creative space, mental health, burnout,
and Gen Zs, you people, you work hard.
You work so hard, and you know, one thing about Gen Zs is already there's a pre-perception that we are lazy, entitled, and everything,
that's not true.
Ignorant. So there's always, apart from working hard, you always feel like you have to prove that. You know, even me when I'm on set, I always feel like I have to do twice as much.
There's a lot at stake because you want to prove a point.
To prove a point, because maybe I'm on set, I'm young, and I'm a Gen Z. You get, and I'm a lead actor, and we have other mature lead actors. So I usually feel like the eyes are on me, and you know, I'm representing an entire, set of kind of generation. Everybody's like, yo, let's see how this.
And they look up to you.
How this Gen Z is moving. Let's see, So there's all that scrutiny. So we are always working, and we're in a space where we need to look at our mental health in a very, very, very critical way. Especially
being a male, being a man.
Being a young man in this society.
In Nairobi, in Kenya, it's difficult.
Yeah, it's crazy.
A young man in this society, in the entertainment scene.
In the entertainment scene, it's crazy.
It's difficult.
Yeah, it's very, very, especially just being a young man right now, it's crazy. Like,
boy child is suffering.
Yeah, boy child wanapitia, because as a young man, first of all, you have to come to, at a point in your early young adult life, there's a situation that will put you and for you to accept that as a young man, you're only valuable by what you give and what you offer. Either by your friendships, either by your relationships, either by your family. Sometimes, you know, like as a young man, you're only valuable by what you offer. And already it's very hard out here for these young guys. Of course. Unemployment issues, you know, proper guidance, you know, proper mentors, you know, mental health for young guys, you know, crazy expectations. You know, right now by 25, the expectations are crazy. When I go to my gram, even guys my age, and the expectations that are there, but you're Boogie. You're by 25, you know, by 25 you need to have this. You need to be driving. You need to be living in this.
Do you know?
And I'm like,
it's a rat race these days, because even my social media, Now imagine someone like me who's in my 30s and I see this and I'm just like, okay, this is a lot. I can imagine you, because I feel like nowadays the Gen Zs are even more successful at their age than a lot of 30+ people, because they're overworking. They're working extremely hard.
But also one thing we have to acknowledge is, yeah, we were blessed to have the blueprint.
Yes.
You see, so us, we cut down on the mistakes you guys made.
Yeah.
In your 30. So like we have, like, you guys figured out the way. So us, we're just following the right path.
Right.
That you guys had to cut out.
Right.
You guys had to fix it up. So that, we can give it that grace of us Gen Zs, we have that. So
thank you so much.
Yeah,
I appreciate.
So you guys, even now the generation after us, will have it easy, and us will be like, how come? But it's because you guys maybe didn't have as much information, as much freedom, as now we're in an open world. So you guys, you really didn't have as much tools to be like us. So the reason why we are like this is because even the way the world is set up right now, we're given so much tools to be, to work hard. We're given so much. We know the blueprint. I know the mistakes that other actors my age made, and I don't want to follow in that footsteps. I want to take, you know, we basically, we cut down the time it took you guys to figure out some of these things.
I get it. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, because, you know, even me, like looking at the generation that's ahead of me, right? I feel like they paved way for us to be able to reach and get to where we are today. And they were in a generation where they were not in the digital age. There was no phones at that time, and they still managed to do what they did. They still managed to accomplish all these things that they've gained and they've managed, you know, within these years. So I feel like for you were brought up in a world where everyone had a phone, you know, everything was so fast-paced. And for us, it wasn't the same. It was like a bit medium pace, and then above us, it was slower. So I get what you're trying to say. Boogie, you know, as we have this conversation, what would you like to tell the youth of today who are kind of feeling that desperation of, as you said, unemployment? They don't really have a job, they don't know what to do, and there's so many budding actors out here who haven't got the right opportunities. What would you say to somebody who's watching you right now and just, you know, is looking for some hope?
Yeah, I think for me, what I can tell you is there's only so much you can do. As long as you're working on yourself, working on your goal every day, as long as you're waking up and you're working on you becoming a better actor, just leave the rest to God, or whatever energy, whatever deity you believe in.
Right.
Like, just leave the rest to, just do your part and don't feel the pressure. Like, there's only so much you can do. As long as you're waking up every day, and you as a young actor, what are you doing? Do you have your show reel? Are you doing monologues? Are you polishing your skills? Are you going for auditions? Even if it takes 50 auditions, my guy, maybe the 51st can be your breakthrough. So as long as you're doing what you can do to service what you love and what you believe in, just leave the rest to the universe. Just maybe things won't work to your favor, but you should take pride in the fact that every day you're waking up to do what you love. Maybe the system is not working to your advantage. Maybe you're in the wrong industry, or, you know, our industry hasn't developed to such a level, but maybe you don't have the resources.
Right.
But with the little you have, and you're trying
make the most of what you have.
Trying to make the most of what you have and trying to make the step and trying to take that effort. Like, don't feel pressure. Don't feel pressure. One day, trust me, itajipa too. It took me 12 years, guys. 12 years.
To get to where you are today.
Like, a few weeks ago is when I got my first award as an actor. I've been doing this thing on screen for almost forever.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So for me, that's one thing. Like, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Maybe the 9th time, maybe the first time. Maybe for other people, it's the first time when they try it and it works out for them.
Right.
Maybe yours, it's the 9th time or the 99th.
Yeah.
Don't stop.
But it will.
Yeah, as long as you're doing it, as long as every day, Shiksha, you're waking up and you're doing your best to get yourself in the right state, mentally, your health, physically, to come here and do this show every day. No matter how many people watch this, as long as you're doing it and you're doing your part, you should be proud of that. So that's one thing I want to tell everybody. Like, there's so much pressure going on, especially around young people.
Agreed.
My age. Like, just do your part and leave the rest.
to God.
To God, yeah.
Thank you so much, Boogie. I honestly had such a in-depth conversation with you. We got deep and we talked about a lot of things that have been quite an eye-opener for me. And of course, I commend you for your skill. I commend you for your maturity. I commend you for your discipline. So keep it up. Congratulations once again on your award for Best Actor. And we look forward to seeing you win many, many more. And looking forward to your next project, which I know is going to be a game changer. So make sure that you'll come back here. We'll talk about it when it's out. You'll be here on my hot seat again. So once again, thank you so much for coming here. And we really, really, really want to congratulate you on how far you've come all these years. It's been worth it, I must say. All the hard work you've put in, it shows. And yeah, keep doing you. Keep shining.
Thank you so much.
And that's it for us right here on Easy Friday. We'll do this again next week, same time, same place. Don't go too far, because coming up next, Cole Jax is going to be on the decks. He's going to be bringing that Friday fever on. We've got some fantastic music lined up for you. I'll see you next week, same time, same place. Shiksha Aurora signing out. Good night.